The deterioration and severance of diplomacy between the United States and Iran began with hostages. After 53 Americans were held hostage for 444 days at the U.S. Embassy, which was seized by Iranian radicals, Iran recognized that taking hostages was an effective tactic for gaining international leverage. Today, there are at least 5 American prisoners held hostage in Iran. In the past 40 years, Iran has repeatedly imprisoned Americans on trumped-up charges, only to release them after months, sometimes years of negotiations. The Islamic Republic employs this tactic to make numerous demands of the West and use the hostages as pawns in negotiations with world powers. Xiyue Wang, a Princeton graduate student conducting research, was imprisoned by Iran for 3 years on espionage charges before being released in a prisoner swap in 2019. Others have not been so blessed. Siamak Namazi, an Iranian-American dual citizen, has been imprisoned for over 5 years, accused of collusion with an enemy state, namely the U.S. His father, who was in his mid-80s, was lured to Iran to visit his son, and was also imprisoned. Imad Shargi, a 56-year-old husband, father, and U.S. citizen, has been imprisoned for 3 years by Iran on espionage charges. After being briefly released, he was re-imprisoned and sentenced to 10 years in a trial at which he was not present. His family is anxiously hoping for his release and return. Iran must be held responsible for wrongfully detaining and imprisoning American citizens, and the Islamic Republic's repeated human rights violations must be addressed in any future agreement with the country.